good morning, and good morning. Mike Harris again. And we're just so thankful that we have another opportunity at this thing called life. And we thank the Lord for taking care of us. We thank you for blessing us. We thank you for blessing each and every one of you. And if you're able to see this video this morning, just tell him thank you because it just didn't have to be this way. But very quickly, I want to move into the vid I want to do this morning. It's about a very important thing that is taking place day by day, minute by minute. This thing that is taking place can either diminish, halt, or destroy lives. And we just want to share it because we believe every opportunity that any of us get to speak on this subject that we need to do it. And the subject that I'm talking about this morning is peer pressure. Peer pressure. All of us know and understand what peer pressure is. Some of us more so than others, but it is peer pressure is basically the forceful connection, the forceful attraction to get one person a group of people to do what another group of people want. And I'll tell you, I'm so glad, I'm thankful that I'm an adult today and that I'm not having to go through the type of peer pressure that our children are going through. And don't get me wrong, all of us have gone through peer pressure if you're alive in this world at some time or another. But maybe some of you will agree with me. I've never seen the amount of the scope of peer pressure being so devastating, being so meticulously integrated into lifestyle to the point where peer pressure can just take a good kid and literally change their lives to the detriment very quickly. And over the past month, there's several young people I know that have fallen per se victim to this peer pressure, and it's like sometimes they're like two different people. One day, this in the past they were like this, and now they're like somebody that it's almost like you didn't know. And what we have to do is make sure, and I hope some of you all agree with me. I mean, there's so many ways to handle it, but some of the key things that I believe is the ability and taking the time to make sure that our children understand who they are, get a grasp on maybe they are not where they want to be right now, but they can grow into that person and it's okay. Help them to understand that it's okay to do the right thing. Help them to understand it's okay to not agree with everything somebody else wants you to do. Making sure they understand that it's okay being who they are right now and not set themselves up by trying to create a persona that they think they want to be, because most of our kids get that's how peer pressure works. It reaches out and it makes them feel that they're going to attain this thing, this love, this connection. And this is another thing we've got to do. We've got to make sure that our young people know that they're loved, that they do have value, and that they're connected. We have to help them to understand that, yes, we have gone through similar situations and circumstances. And no, we're not perfect. We never did everything all right, but we survived and we're here. And because of our experience, we can speak to them on some of the things we've gone through. And hopefully, through speaking, through teaching, through living in front of them, that they'll see that we're okay. And if we're okay, they can be okay. Peer pressure is just, it's a tactic designed to take, I'm not going to say it's designed to fulfill a loss or a shortcoming in a person's mindset as far as the way they're accepted. I hope that wasn't too long, drawn out, off base, but what peer pressure does, it makes them feel is that love that they don't get, is that brotherly connection that they don't get, is that support that they feel that they're not getting, is that ease of access to be able to share what they feel and what they're going through with somebody that they feel like or they think feels and cares the same way. And most of the time with our young people, the peer pressure is designed to cause them to do the wrong thing that those who are trying to pull them in can sit back and reap the benefits. And I was telling a couple of young folks, listen, if that person you say is your friend and they're telling you things that could get you in trouble, that can take you off your goals or the direction where you're heading, they're really not your friend. They're really not. And we have to fight so hard to get them to understand that. And it's not just with the kids. I've been in the ministry since 1990, started pastoring in 94. And from the time I got my first church, peer pressure always showed its ugly head. Either you need to do it this way or you need to say it that way. You got to hold it this tradition. You got to hold up that tradition. And there's nothing wrong with tradition as long as it does not hinder the progression of the word, the way, and the power of Almighty God. And, one thing, as an example, at one time, all of us have leaders and under their leadership. Now, my pastor was Dr. Cecil Bridgeforth over at Shiloh on Bet Street. And the doc would always tell Sandra and I, he said, listen, God called you into this ministry. You know you've been called. So do what you've been called to do. But please always check with me first. Not that he could say, don't go, don't do it, or don't. But so he would have an idea of where we were going, where we would be. And if there was any way possible, Reverend Bridgeforth would always come and he would support us, letting us know that it's okay to do what God called you to do. But as your leader, I want to be connected with you so I can support you. That type of, that's not peer pressure. That's wisdom and leadership. But on the other end, there have been friends of mine in the ministry, if they told their leader that they were going somewhere and they were told, no, you can't go. And if they went, there were repercussions to face. This is some tough peer pressure. Because then what the person has to do is decide who is actually my true leader. Is it God or is it man? And I'm just saying, this is a type of peer pressure. Out here on your jobs, sometimes they want you to do the wrong thing. Hide a number. Change this, change that. Because if you don't, there are going to be repercussions when in reality you're supposed to report everything. Listen, peer pressure is designed to destroy. And I'm so frustrated with seeing our young people being destroyed because they can't find the things in church that they are looking for. And you know what? If we don't provide it for them, you best make sure and you understand that the world will. And so, we're just starting this conversation. I really honestly hope that some of you listening or who have the opportunity to hear what we're saying, listen, let's talk about this thing. Let me know what your feelings are about peer pressure and some of the things that we can do to help diminish that pressure. And in closing, we know that peer pressure is a regular part of life. It always happens. It happens to everybody. But what we have to do is develop a counter that will outweigh that peer pressure for the good and that would leave our children, our young adults, our up-and-coming leaders, knowing that they've got support, that they know that if you got to stand all by yourself, as long as it's the right thing, you do that. So listen, please comment, share your thoughts, and we look forward to carrying on this conversation just a little bit more. Now, God bless you, and you have an awesome day. God bless.